Like you know anyway, we're talking about addictions, but I am just gonna read things off like these flashcards I made, not flashcards, but basically just little sheets with information on, because I don't want to read a script, but as well I want to put in as much information as I can, and that's, you know, I have to read something off something to get that. And I'm fucking ill at the moment. I have some fucking cold or something, so excuse that. But yeah, I'm going to talk about caffeine first, because caffeine is a huge problem in our society. I think that a lot of people overuse caffeine, especially coffee. And there's a lot of dangers that people don't know about. But caffeine does. I'm going to go over some positives and some negatives. Right? Caffeine helps us focus. It helps get into a flow state when doing work or whatever. Right? Whether it's playing games, fucking bad shit, or whether it's being productive and going to the gym, playing fucking basketball or something, doing something with your life, it helps to get into a flow state with that. But it also fucking boosts the amount of work you can output in however many hours, however many days. It really boosts the amount of work. And yeah, that's pretty much it. It's good for awakeness as well, but you can get that out of a cold shower. But it helps improve focus and productivity and get you into a flow state by releasing dopamine. And if you're on self-improvement, you know that things that release dopamine are pretty much bad for you, right? Porn, alcohol, drugs, video games, they're addictions, they're drugs. And no one talks about caffeine being a literal drug that also releases dopamine. No one talks about how that's bad for you. People are starting to, right? They're not saying that. They're not saying what I'm saying. Sounds so fucking stupid, but they just start to say that caffeine may be bad for you. It may not be the best thing to put in your body day in, day out, 4 times a day, right? Yeah, no, but there's a lot of bad things with caffeine. I'm going to read you a quote from the National Institute of Health about caffeine and chronic caffeine use. Caffeine increases energy metabolism throughout the brain, but decreases at the same time cerebral blood flow, inducing a relative brain hypoperfusion. Now, I did not know what a brain hypoperfusion was until like last week when I researched this. So you probably don't know either. Basically, what it is, it's taking its blood out of your brain and into your body. So you have less blood in your brain than in your body. No, that's stupid. That's a stupid way of explaining it. It's taking blood out of the brain and into your body. So you have less blood in your brain than usual. Yeah, that's bad. And that basically means you impair your ability to think. You decrease the amount of quality work you can produce. You increase the amount, but you decrease the quality. So it's basically just shit, right? And this is fucking... No one knows about this. I've talked to so many people about this, and no one knows about it. Chronic brain hyperperfusion, right? So if you drink coffee day in, day out, 4 or 5 times a day, you're basically in chronic brain hyperperfusion at that point. It speeds up the process of neurodegenerative disorders forming, one of them being dementia. You get dementia from caffeine. If you drink 5 cups of coffee a day, every day, you will get dementia around 75 rather than 80. Literally everyone I've talked to about this knows fuck all about it. They literally said, "Oh, I don't know that," or some shit. They never know what I'm on about. They never knew about it. And they drink 5 cups of coffee a day. And they drink pre-workout every gym session. They drink like 300, 400 milligrams of caffeine from just gym, and then an extra 500. What the fuck am I on about? Extra 200 from the coffee. It's about 40 milligrams of caffeine per cup of coffee. Yeah, that's caffeine. fucking causes dementia. It's shit. It makes you work shit. Also increases your blood pressure throughout your body, right? And it fucking contracts your arteries, but it doesn't do that by, whatever muscle contracts your arteries. No, it does it by stopping the release of hormones that make your arteries basically not flaccid, but just flies, but wide, right? So it gives you dementia, it blocks your hormones, it gives you shit quality work. It's just an addiction. It releases a shit ton of dopamine, frying your dopamine receptors. I'm fucking quitting coffee. I'm getting to 1 cup of coffee per week. And I have a way you can do this as well, like an actual action step. Right, so here I have just a to-do sheet. I have my homework, record this video, work out, do some chores, and fix my clock. Right? And my reward for that is a cup of coffee. So I'm not gonna have a cup of coffee until I do all these tasks. And I think that's a great way to start getting off of coffee. I start having less coffees per day, and maybe having some days we don't have coffee. Right, so you have so many tasks to do that it's not enough for one day. And then just get off coffee completely, because it's shit for you. Maybe once in a while it's not bad for you, but I'm not going to risk it, so I'm getting completely off of it. Off of caffeine, usually too. I'm going to talk about porn next. Right, you already fucking know about this, so it's going to be quick. Everyone with self-improvement knows that porn's bad for you. There's no positives, and there's just so many negatives, it's not even funny. It's not even that, just the first thing in negatives. Those negatives like affect everything else in your life, so it's going to be quick. Yeah, it's not going to be no detail on that, but fucking you got no chance with girls. I've fucking seen this myself. I've seen this from first-hand experience, right? I was 6 months ago, I watched porn every single day, 3 times a day pretty much, and I got no bitches. I got no fucking. I did not speak to them. I didn't know how to approach them. I didn't know how to talk to them or about them. Obviously, I didn't have a girlfriend. I didn't even speak to any girls. And then 5 months ago, I pretty much cut it all my life. I stopped watching porn. I fucking relapsed a few times, but Jesus Christ, it's getting better. It's getting better. Yeah, I think October I did 25 times fucking fapping, and in November I did 11. So it's going well. It's going well. I'm aiming for 5 or 6 in December. Yeah, no, but when I stopped watching porn, 2-3 weeks later, I got a girlfriend. Now, she was poor quality. She was because we broke up, but she was poor quality. She vaped, she hung around people that did drugs, she hung around people that drank. I think she did drugs herself, and she was not loving in the slightest. I gave her everything I had, and she basically spat my face, but I was so fucking just scared of being alone that I just came back to it day in, day out. It was sad. I was a Jeffrey fucking bitch. I was a piece of shit Jeffrey. But I was watching Hamza, so I thought, oh, it's gonna be alright. I have a girlfriend, but she may hate me. Watching Hamza, so it's alright. Andrew Tate. It's shit. Yeah, no, but having a girlfriend doesn't mean she's good for you. Oh, you know what, porn? Yeah. Shit, what? Fucking tangent there. But I got a girlfriend 3 weeks after I stopped watching porn. I think that shows that watching porn will get you more bitches, and it gets you more bitches because testosterone increases when you stop watching porn and stop fapping. Right? I'm putting porn and fapping in the same kind of thing. I know they're not the same, but very similar, and they do go hand in hand, because you're not going to watch porn and not fap, right? No one does that. If you watch porn, which we don't, well, the normal people that do, they don't watch porn and not vape. Right, but your testosterone decreases so much when you vape. It's just fucking stupid. It goes from like, I don't know the numbers, but it goes from a lot to a little, and especially if we do it day in, day out. I'm fucking trying to read my notes here, and this is not computing my brain. Porn is the enemy. Yeah, I think for men that are on self-improvement, porn is like the thing to quit first, right? It's either food, eating a shit ton of food, if that's bad for you, watching porn, or just having an unhealthy video gamer, world comer lifestyle. Right, so those few things that may be the first ones to be, or minimised in some way. And a lot of people, it's porn. It's the first one, right? For me, it was porn as well. And the one that I should set for this, for how to quit porn, but yeah. You can't be fucking watching porn and call yourself anything but Jeffrey, because only Jeffrey watches porn. I think Hamza was on about this in one of his videos. It's like Jeffrey, Janice, Jerby, Apollo, and then Adonis, right? Fucking Jerbies and Janices, they might fat porn somehow, but they won't watch porn to it. They'll just do it from their head, which is still bad for you. But at least they're not watching porn like Jeffrey. If you watch porn, you're Jeffrey. No matter where you are in self-improvement journey, if you watch porn, you are a Jeffrey. That's what I think anyway. Yeah. Alcohol. Alcohol's the next one. Next substance or addiction. Right? Now, there's a bunch of bullshit fucking positives here. Like, it may reduce risk of heart disease. It may reduce risk of a stroke. And it may reduce risk of diabetes. I think that's just bullshit made up by like alcohol companies and the government. Conspiracy theorist here. No, but they seem just like bullshit. To me, at least. No positives for alcohol, yeah. No positives. Negatives, there's a shit ton of them. You get high blood pressure. No, that's bad, obviously, because you know what's high blood pressure. You want normal blood pressure. It's shit for your heart, shit for your muscles, shit for your lungs, shit for your brain. So you have a great chance of dying early, right? Increased risk of cancer. Coming from someone with second-hand experience, or someone I knew had cancer, it's shit. You don't want cancer. I know that seems like fucking like I was talking to a reception kid or something, or a year one kid, like saying cancer is bad. But a lot of people think cancer, and they link it to a lot of people having it now. I think it's 1 in 2 people could have cancer, and then they just think, oh, it's not that bad then. If so many people have it, I can get through it. Yeah, but the thing is, it's shit. It's one of the shittest things anyone could ever go through. You don't want cancer. You don't want it. So stop drinking alcohol if you're still drinking alcohol. Even if it's once in a while, it's still bad for you. There's no positives to drinking alcohol other than having a good time. You don't need alcohol to do that. You really don't need alcohol to do that. Right? It's literal poison. It's an actual poison. It damages your liver. You're gonna get liver disease earlier if you drink alcohol. You might not get it at all if you don't. But if you do, you're gonna get liver disease. There's a higher chance of you getting liver disease. It's a literal poison. Imagine drinking cyanide every night. You won't do that. Or, oh, but I feel funny when I drink this poison. Fucking snorting lines of rat poison. You don't do that, do you? So why do you do it with alcohol? There's no need. Fucking fries your dopamine, yeah. Fries your fucking dopamine receptors. alcohol, drugs, caffeine, both like dopamine receptors, but alcohol is a big one because it's legal, and caffeine isn't. It's worse than caffeine, and it's legal. It fucking interferes with the brain's pathways as well. That's another big one. It interferes with how well you can think and how well you can retrieve memories from your brain. Jesus, my voice is gone. It just interferes with how well you can think as well. It's like caffeine, but worse. And sugar, yeah, there's no positives. There's no fucking positives to sugar. It's everything. That's a negative. And why is it negative? I'm so ill, I don't know what I'm saying, but when I say sugar, I mean processed sugar, like from Belvitas or fucking, dairy milk, or whatever, or crisps, right? I don't mean sugar from honey, or sugar from fruits, or vegetables, or whatever like that, or berries. I mean sugar from processed sugar. Right? It's in everything nowadays. You can't get away from it. Every sugary sweet you have, obviously processed. It's obviously gonna have processed sugar in it, but other foods have. Don't want to go out and find like, I don't know, healthy sources of sugar. They want to just put in as much cheap processed sugar, artificial sugar as they can. It's just everything. It's in everything. Nothing's healthy for you nowadays, unless it's expensive. It's either expensive or it's shit for your health. That's the way I kind of see it now. Even expensive shit is bad for you. And everyone takes it at a young age. Like, I remember from as far as back as I can remember, I was taking digestive biscuits from the fucking pantry and shit, and just eating random sugary shit at school. And at my mates' houses, and cereal's so bad for you because it's like shit ton of carbs, oats, destroy your fucking testosterone, I'm telling you right now. Oats are shit for testosterone. And sugar, right, that's pretty much cereal. Carbs, oats and sugar. Now sugar's already bad for your testosterone. Carbs are as well. Because carbs basically just take up so much power to digest from your body that there's not enough like resources to make testosterone. It fucking flies everywhere, man, I'm telling you. And sugar obviously decreases testosterone. Right? Fucking releases dopamine as well. That's bad for you. Right? Like caffeine, alcohol, drugs, releases dopamine in your brain. That's why it boosts mood. I was researching this topic, right, and I saw like a positive of sugar being it boosts mood. Mate, fucking drugs boost your mood, but when you're researching positives of drugs, you don't find that they boost your mood or alcohol or anything like that. So why is it with sugar? Why are they saying that it boosts your mood and that's needed for you? That's a positive. It's not. And there are like 10 or 7 or some diseases that it's more likely to, you more likely to get when you take sugar. You get gout, obesity, high blood pressure, depression, early death, cancer, tooth decay, and a heart attack. Those chances of you getting any of those conditions, diseases, just jumps up immediately when you take sugar, processed sugar. I feel like that's really overlooked nowadays. Maybe not so much the tooth decay or obesity, but definitely depression, and early death, and cancer, and definitely the heart attacks. I've never heard anyone talk about heart attacks from sugar. Right, my last point I'm going to go over into is the Jeffrey mindset. I don't know if it's going to come out in the next 10 seconds because 20 minutes, but whatever. There's no positives. Obviously, it's a Jeffrey fucking mindset. There's no positives to it. And it promotes all other fucking addictions. It promotes caffeine, it promotes drugs, it promotes alcohol. It's shit for you. It's very long. Yeah, first-hand experience. I was watching porn. I was a Jeffrey 6 months ago, and 3 weeks later, when I quit all that, I got a girlfriend. It's so lonely. You don't make any friends. You don't get a girlfriend. You don't get together with anyone. You don't do anything. You're just in your fucking room, playing games, drinking. Fuck me, man. So many flies here. Jesus. But yeah, it's so shit for your mental health, and it's very feminine. And if you're a man, you don't want to be feminine, obviously. You want masculine energy, right? And you want fucking testosterone. You don't get that when you're a Jeffrey. Because when you're a Jeffrey, you do shit that leads to you having low T levels and leading to you leading a very feminine lifestyle. As a man, that's the worst thing you can do for your body and for your health in general, I think. Obviously, there's worse, right? But it's up there that you can do to yourself. Yeah, bad habits and cope, right? Checks my ear. This addiction is probably the worst addiction there is for men, at least. And I say that because it eventually leads to suicide. As suicide, not as, yeah. I think 85% of people that commit suicide every year are men. And it's like, it's a high percentage of people that commit suicide. Yeah, there's, I think, more than 5% of men every year commit suicide. So there's 4 billion men, right? 10%. What am I doing 10% for? It's like 200 million people, men, you commit suicide. Yeah, 200 million men per year commit suicide. It's leading from the Jeffrey mindset. It links back to sugar, to alcohol, to porn, to drugs, to caffeine. The Jeffrey mindset is one of the biggest killers of our time. And it's deadly. And I know none of you watching are gonna have that Jeffrey mindset because you're all on self-improvement. But if you know anyone that has a Jeffrey mindset, fucking save them. Get them on self-improvement. Try at least. Like, make it. You read this book. It's called How to Make Friends and Influence People. Right. And basically, just there's a chapter in here. What you have to do is basically make them come up with the idea first. Right, that's fucking difficult, but if you can do it, then you present the idea, they're going to be much more welcoming to the idea. So if you make them think of it first, and then you tell them what you want to do and what you think they can do, they'll be much more likely to do it if you just tell them, oh yeah, you need to stop doing that and do this instead, do some push-ups. They won't listen to that, just straight out, because they don't want to, they're a Jeffrey. Yeah, that's about everything I wanted to speak about in this video. Did hard work, especially when I don't feel like it.